A very good morning to my dear fellow Toastmasters and guests. It is my pleasure to be here as Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting. I welcome you all to this 78th chapter meeting of Globetrotters Toastmaster Club. With this, a big round of applause for this Sunday beautiful morning meeting. Before starting the meeting, I would like to remember the ground rules of Toastmaster Internationals. Please rename yourself. All the Toastmaster can prefix to your name as TM and the guest can prefix as guest. And I also request to all the speakers and role players to prefix their role to their name, so it will be easy to identify. The speakers are requested to do a quick audio video check before starting their speech. You all are requested to keep your audio on mute in case you are not speaking, and if your video is on, please maintain proper posture. Please do not talk of sex, religion, or politics in a derogatory manner. Now, let me share the mission of the club. In Toastmaster, we provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in a greater self-confidence and personal growth. Today, the 21st May, World Meditation Day, is observed, and it is served as a global platform to promote and highlight the practice of meditation and its immense benefit in our fast-paced and fast-linked world. Now it is the time to welcome our principal, who is Market Access Manager by profession, my mentor also, who has been in Toastmaster since last 2 years. Now, put your hands together and provide a warm welcome to our presiding officer, none other than Toastmaster Mrinal Kanti Ghosh.
Thank you so much.
This podium is all yours.
Thank you so much, Movani. Please unmute yourself and clap for Movani. So before start of the meeting, I just urge you, request you, if possible, switch on the camera so we can have more interactive sessions and we can feel that we are not present in the virtual, but we present in the physically as well as mentally. So today we talk about leaders. In Toastmaster, you learn to lead. You do it by giving a feedback to the speakers, serving as a club officers, area officers, division officer, or maybe the district officers in your dream. So that's all we are doing. Even we can also mentor the new joinings, mentee, as a that way we can learn the leadership skill that person should grow as a leadership skill. So that is very much important. How you can empower others' accomplishment and their personal goals. We all know leaders run businesses and inspire employees. They coach and guide the entire teams. So that's all about leaderships. It's all about 80% mindset and only 20% of skill set. So are you ready to becoming an unstoppable leader and transform your journey? Then turn your page of your life to start a new chapter. Today, I ask you some of the basic questions to many leaders who already joined in our Toastmaster. So I just want to ask Toastmaster Sarmista Ghosh. I know that you are Toastmaster for long associate with Toastmaster. Just have a few questions with you. Is it Are you available? Toastmaster Sarmista? Or maybe I'm coming to Conquer. So I'll just understand from you.
Yeah, hello.
Why you want to becoming a leader?
Oh, that is a difficult question. Uh, why I want to become a leader is because you always want to uh, do something, care for people, and work together so that you can create something in the world and progress with everyone. So you walk with everyone. So I think if few people have that capability, that magic, so they can herd together people and they can walk together to bring something in new in the present situation. That is why I think leaders are important, and everybody wants to be a leader.
Great. Thank you so much. Now I'm coming to Toastmaster Kamal. So Kamal, what is your vision as a VPPR and what extent level you want to achieve in Toastmaster journey?
Okay. So as a VPPR, definitely my vision will be have been and will be to reach among so many people, as many people as I can, with my club, and I can introduce my club, my also Toastmasters to as many new people as possible. And also in future, I would like to. Now I'm doing things for my club or my division. Maybe I would love to work for district and beyond that. So for now,
Thank you so much for sharing your engagement in Toastmaster. So right now you are already handling VPPR activity in the club level as well as division level. So your vision is that you should also serve one day as a district VPPR. Nice to hear it from you. Now I'm coming to Toastmaster Soumita. How do you define or how do you becoming a leader in Toastmaster?
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Presiding Officer, Toastmaster Mranal, for this wonderful question. I would rather say when we join Toastmasters, we have two things in mind. One, we need to enhance our leadership journey, and the second and foremost is how we improve on our public speaking skill. And this is an amazing platform. You won't understand how you get benefited. Just by visiting the clubs and taking minor role plays also helps. That what I have seen. And my dear friends and Toastmasters, when we say leadership, is something not every one of us seek to go for it. Then who will be the followers if everyone has to be leaders, right? So if you are keen to become a leader for managing yourself, leader for managing your own activity, leader for leading your personal life, in that way, you can gain from Toastmasters. I don't see leadership as something when you are leading a crowd of people. How organized you become, how good you do is all about leadership, and the communication skill is an added advantage of this platform. What do you think, Toastmaster Mrinal?
Thank you so much. So I have one follow-up questions regarding this. To whom you recommended to becoming a leader?
Is this
To
question
whom?
to me?
Yes.
Can you reframe it once more or rephrase it once more?
Whom you should recommended to be a leader?
Does it mean whom I recommend
Yes.
any other person to be a leader?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Frankly speaking, it's an individual choice. As I said, Toastmasters always makes you the best of yourself. Or if you want to have an adding edge of what you are doing, you can go for that. You can go into leadership. And if any individual has that acumen to go for it, definitely I will try to help that person, mentor that person. In any ways, this platform is magical. We learn to manage ourselves better, and that is true leadership. When I manage myself better, then only I can manage other people better. That how it is. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your clarity. Now I'm coming to Toastmaster Susmita, who is currently served as a VP Education of Globetrotters Toastmaster Club. So question to you, you know that's in July onwards, we need to form a new team for EC members. What is your vision for next term, and how you encourage the new members to join as a EC member?
Yeah, hi, good morning, everyone. Yeah, that I will tell, but not in the start of the meeting. I will tell everything in follow course. Wait for it.
Oh, so
Over to you, Toastmaster.
thank you so much. So right now, she don't want to share the secret recipe. All this related to question of EC members. So now, so why actually today I discuss about all these things? It's time to becoming a leader in Toastmaster journey. That will be start from the next term onwards. And we want leaders, young leaders, for their own personal growth as well as their professional growth. So with that note, now today I want to invite Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Susmita Samanta. We all know that currently she is serving as a VP Education of Globetrotters Toastmaster Club, already working in the IT industry. And she's very energetic and hardworking leader in Toastmaster. So Toastmaster Susmita, podium is yours.
Thank you so much. Let's the applause continue for Toastmaster Mrinal. Like he has already set up the room and we all are energetic, all are here. Before we proceed, I want to ask you a question. As a VP Edu, I need to call all the members, and I came to know many of our members have not visited the Toastmaster site yet. Please raise your hand, whoever has already visited the Toastmaster site. Yeah, I don't see that many raise of hands. Just to let you know, there are many new members this term. So there might be the case like people has not visited the site yet. Okay, now whomever has visited the site, let me know. What's the tagline of Toastmaster?
Their
I
leaders
want
are
to know
made.
it from our new members. I want to know
Sorry.
it from our new members. Kshitij, Ruby, Konko. Anyone? No, please.
Today's
please.
topic.
Mobile is on your hand. Go and search it. Google
Where
it.
where
You
where
should be
leaders are
smart
made.
enough. Yes, where leaders are made. So, you join. Everyone has joined to become
Susmita, I think you are not
better
audible.
communicator. To become
You are not. I think you are not audible.
yeah, am I not audible properly?
Now better.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. What I was telling, most of us joined Toastmaster because we wanted to become better leader, better communicator. But Toastmaster side says where leaders are made. So what do you think? Can leaders be made? Or do you think they are born? Anyone from the floor, raise your hand and come on this podium. No one want to say anything. Okay, I am also don't want to go into that conflict. I just want to let you know, Toastmaster is not only about public speaking or becoming a better communicator. It has many aspects. You can learn and grow your leadership skill also, which is very much required in our personal life. Today, we will talk about how we can grow our leadership skills. You already might have seen many flyers floating in Facebook of District 124 or various WhatsApp groups. Like, just 1 second. I'm very I am so sorry. You need to manage multiple things. There will be multiple things in your life. So you need to utilize your various skills. Okay, what I was talking about. So there are many flyers, like there are new district director, there are new division directors, new area directors are coming up that you might have already seen. Now, what happens in a Toastmaster year? An actual Toastmaster year that begins from July. You might have registered yourself from April onwards. There are two Toastmaster terms for your information. One is from April to September, and you need to renew again it on September. Again, it will come from September to March. So 6 months, 2 term in a year. But Toastmaster year, that term starts from July onwards. So we will have our new set of leadership. So I can see there are 17 members as of now. And in Globetrotters Toastmaster Club, we are 20 members. There will be speaker every week. There will be meetings. Do you feel that's the easy task? Can one person manage? No, not at all. So from club levels itself, there will be leaders who will manage everything in the back end. Now I will tell you what's the task of each leader. Before I do that, I need to tell you how a Toastmaster meeting goes on. Like in leadership, you have various phases. To become a leader, you need to prepare. We have our prepared speech section. So a Toastmaster meeting will have prepared speeches where members of a club comes with a prepared speech. They prepare the speech with their mentor, rehearse that and come on stage and deliver it. And then once you are leader, everything cannot be goes as you read or as you prepare. You will have lots of complications which you need to overcome with your skills. Like that, we have table topic session where any person, a member or a guest can come up and our table topic master will give a topic and that person has to talk about the topic for 1 to 2 minutes. And as we all want how we are doing, the feedback, we all want feedback so that we can grow more. To know about feedbacks for everything, prepared speeches to table topic to how everyone is speaking, we have general evaluator who will be evaluating each and every section of the meeting. That's general evaluator task. Now, as I was telling, like a club meetings and club's day-to-day activity handled by 7 executive committee members. Do you know that? EC members already know that. So my question is to our new members. So we have 7 executive committee members. That's the first step of learning leadership. And it starts with SAM. We feel Sa just come on stage and tells, okay, I have opened the meeting. Is it just that? No, Sa has many things to do. Like today only, I was 1 minute late. I joined by 10:16. But our dedicated Sa, Toastmaster Movoni, has opened the meeting room half an hour back. And she was waiting to welcome us all. As we know, Movoni is our Sa. I am waiting, looking for another Sa. Is Toastmaster Arindam there? He was our last Sa. Toastmaster Arindam, could you please come on stage and let us know your experience as Sa? And to let you know, Sa, we always talk Sa. Sa means Sergeant at Arms. Really, she is standing there to take care of everything. Toastmaster Arindam, can you hear me? Am I audible to you? Okay, I guess he is not available at this moment or some network issue. Okay, we will know his experience later on. Let's move on. Now it's time to welcome someone. The person loves herself to tell a family maker. She is mother of twin. That's one aspect. She is budding entrepreneur working in an IT telecom company, founding member of Kolkata Technical Writers Community. She has earned 3 postgraduate degrees, which includes mass communication, journalism, instructional design, and technical documentation. Many more, if we talk about her personal life, we can't complete. But in Toastmaster, presently, she is serving as an area director of District 3 and is division director elected for the term 2023 and 2024. That's her formal introduction, but I can leave her like that to let you know she was the founder member of Globetrotters Toastmaster Club, and she was the best VP Edu and mentor I could ever get. She was GTC's ex-president also. Let's welcome Toastmaster Soumita on stage. Toastmaster Soumita, the e-podium is all yours.
Please keep the round of applause going for our wonderful Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Shushmita. Thank you so much for that wonderful introduction of mine, and a warm morning to all the Toastmasters and guests present here in today's meeting. So I am playing the role of general evaluator in today's meeting, and for the benefit of the guests and new members, I will tell you what a general evaluator does. The general evaluator of a meeting helps individuals improve their speaking and leadership skills by providing motivating, structured, and specific feedback. And the general evaluator is a person who evaluates everything that takes place during the club meeting, right from the SAR to the presiding officer, all the speaker and role players. And another important aspect of a general evaluator is to conduct the evaluation section of the meeting. And for doing that, it's a very humongous task because the person has to take care from A to Z of the meeting. And in Toastmasters, we always believe in collaboration. And this person has a team over here to help, which in Toastmasters parlance we call as tag team player. Tag as in timer, accounter, and grammarian. So I will call my wonderful team today to introduce their role so that we get to see how this meeting rolls further. So I request my first tag team player, that is timer Toastmaster Kshitij, to come to the virtual podium and elaborate his role. Toastmaster Kshitij, the virtual podium is all yours. A big round of applause for our timer Toastmaster Kshitij.
Thank you, everyone. So, good morning, first of all, to this beautiful Sunday morning. And as the timer today, my role is to time all the speakers from different sections across the meeting. The sections, as we know, all know, we have three sections. That is the prepared speech, the table topics, and evaluations. Every section has a different time limit. For prepared speeches, we have the time limit from 5 to 7 minutes. For an icebreaker prepared speech, we have the time limit for 4 to 6 minutes. Table topics have a time limit of 1 to 2 minutes, and evaluations have a timing of 2 to 3 minutes. I shall change my background based on the time remaining. For the lower limit, let's, for example, for prepared speeches having a time limit of 5 to 7 minutes, at the 5 minute marker, I shall display the green card as my background. At the 6 minute marker, I shall change it to the yellow background. And when the time limit is over, that is 7 minutes, I shall change my background to red. Similarly, for table topics, the time markers would be 1.5 minute, and 2 minutes. For icebreakers, it will be 4, 5, and 6 minutes. And for evaluations, it will be 2.5 minutes, and 3 minutes. That's all for my role today. Thank you, and looking forward to this wonderful meeting. Over to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Toastmaster Shetish, for explaining your role so well. And now moving to my second tag team player, that is the R counter. And for that, I request Toastmaster Madhurima to come to the virtual podium and elaborate on her role to all the audience. Toastmaster Madhurima, the virtual podium is all yours.
Hi, thank you to all. Good morning, general evaluators, fellow Toastmaster and guest. I am an accountant of for the day. As the accountant, I will note words and sounds that are used as clutch or filters by the speakers. During the meeting, I will listen to the clutch words such as and, well, but, so, and, I will also listen for filter sound such as and I will note when a speaker repeats a phrase that is not needed, kind of long or short pauses. I will give my report when called for by the general evaluator. Thank you, and over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Madhurima, for explaining your role today. And last but not least, I will request our grammarian Toastmaster Kanka to come to the virtual podium and elaborate on her role. Toastmaster Kanka, the virtual podium is all yours. You can go ahead.
Hi, good morning. Thank you, Toastmaster General Evaluator. I am Konko Goswami. Today I am taking up a role of grammarian in this meeting, and I would keep track of the good use of grammar and vocabulary during the meeting of all the speakers who are going to speak. As a grammarian, today I have the responsibility to share the word of the day. I am today's word of the day. Let me share first a card. I have made a card. So today's word of the day is knack. Knack is a noun, and the meaning is a skillful, ingenious, or resourceful way of doing something. The second meaning of knack is a talent, especially an intuitive one. For example, a person has a knack of getting people to listen. So I have shared the card in the chat box now, and everybody can see it. Whenever somebody uses the word of the day, we will all appreciate the speaker with a round of applause. I will present my report at the end of the session when the general evaluator asks me to do so. Thank you from my side.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kanka, for this wonderful way of displaying the word of the day and explaining your role as well. Thank you so much. And my dear Toastmasters, as a general evaluator, I have one important role to do. That is, after the introduction of the tag team player, I will be calling for the evaluations of the speakers today when the TMOD asks for the same. And I will be present with my final reports at the end of the meeting. And I wish all the best for today's meeting. Let's get the ball rolling. And I hand over the podium back to the Toastmasters of the day, Toastmaster Shushmita.
Thank you so much, Madam General Evaluator, for explaining the roles and responsibilities of General Evaluator and the team players. Thank you so much once again. Let's move on. As I was talking about SA, like it's not at all an easy task. From SA, let's move on to next EC role. Next EC role is treasurer. You might have shared your amount, which is for Toastmaster enrollment, to someone. Now, how it works? It's not at all easy task. The person has to maintain all the debits from each of the members and maintain that. And the person has to enroll that member under the Toastmaster within proper time frame. That's why I was treasurer at first. My first EC role was treasurer, and I can connect that. I used to tell, please send your amount, because 31st March, it will be very difficult for me. You might have sent it 30th, but the treasurer has other tasks also to do. You immediately send the money, that person cannot immediately transfer it to headquarters. So it's very difficult. Not only that, the person has to maintain the club funds, whatever is going on. And at the end of the term, the person has to submit the full report to the president. So now you can see the difficulty of treasurer. Okay, I'll be telling about all other EC roles slowly. Before that, it's our time to move on to prepared speeches. And before I go to our first speakers today, I would like to call someone on stage who believes the three things in leadership journey in Toast is innovation, connection, and collaboration. And to me, he is one of the leaders I have seen whom I can follow. That's what leaders should be. You can follow the person. Let's welcome our President, Toastmaster Mrinal Kanti Ghosh, to read out the evaluation form for our speaker one.
Thank you so much for your nice gesture. Good morning, good afternoon. So today, a speech from the pathway icebreaker speech. Please note, the purpose of this project is to member to introduce himself to the club and learn the basic structure of the public speaking. Timer, please note, speech time for the speaker is 4 to 6 minutes because it is an icebreaker speech. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster, for reading out the evaluation form. Now it's time to call on the person on stage, and the person whom I asked and tool. It's a place to fall in love with public speaking. What he loves about Toastmaster is that the permission to tell people who you are and improving communication skills both in personal and professional life, and to have continuous relationship with Toastmaster. He is there with GTC for a longer term, but he was not able to deliver his icebreaker due to some other reason. let's welcome our speaker, one Toastmaster Madhusudan on stage. Toastmaster Madhusudan, punctuality from my team. Punctuality from my team, Toastmaster Madhusudan.
One of the easiest habits to practice is punctuality, and its benefits many. Dale Carnegie, the author, has rightly said, if you want to influence friends, make friends, be punctual. Good morning, Toastmasters of the day, General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, and my dear guests. I am going to deliver my icebreaker speech on punctuality from my team. Before I go about, let me introduce myself to the audience. I am C.S. Madhusudan, born at Vijayawada in Andhra Pradesh, and I hail from Karnataka, Bangalore, Chitradurga district. I am graduate in science and law and post-graduation in public personal administration and business administration. And I am a banker, retired last year. So I have put in almost 40 years of service in the banking industry. Before I go for the topic, let me tell you, why is it that most of the people are seen rushing together and getting late? Many people may think punctuality is not essential, but it is one of the basic essentialities for one to move forward. Let me tell you, during my school days, on one or two occasions, I was sent back home for not reaching the school on time. You all agree that school, the foundation during school days will be the factor for college life and further. So once what happened, I reached the school late. So what happened, I was sent back home. Then all my friends, students, they never used to stay near my house. So I had to go in the evening to friend's house somewhere, some far off from my house, and I had to lose my chance of playing in the evening. And I was also finding it difficult to complete the assignments in time. And on another occasion, I missed the birthday party of my friend, which was scheduled at a particular time. And I missed the enjoying games at all during those childhood. Okay, this I said I should be punctual in whatever I do, and also not only reaching on time, but also giving commitments. And sometimes I used to get scared or disheartened when people, students or my friends, they used to say, I will return this book by tomorrow, and they never used to. This irritated me. So coming to my life, I will tell you a just simple example. I was working as a branch head of a nationalized bank. As a branch head, I expect punctuality from all my team members, but that was not happening. So what should I do? I get upset. I show anger on them of late, but that is not going to solve my problem, because being a branch head, I have to run the show. So it is imminent for me to go a little back about punctuality and character changes in individuals. You all agree that changes in civilization can take place and happen in centuries, but changes in character, it takes decades or further. Transformation of actions can be instantaneous, but transformation of character takes time. Even for character change, even in one individual, it requires time, but it can be done. Anger, you need to show a lot of character in bringing the character change of individuals. You will agree that anger can change the actions of a person, and these actions can be temporary. So persistent communication can change the thinking of a person, and that thinking can be permanent. So you have to believe in your team. You have to see, you have to take care of your team members so that they will take care of you. It is said that take care of others and you will be taken care of. And you have to believe in your possibilities of becoming the best version of yourself, of realizing your dreams, achieving your dreams, and inspiring others to follow the same. When you are not following others, you cannot tell them to follow. So it has to be imbibed in you. So punctuality, you have to develop it. After, you have to keep explaining the value of discipline. You have to keep explaining the value of punctuality. You have to keep explaining the value of time. You always have a soft corner towards your employees. And surprisingly, most of the members started coming on time, and I felt very happy. And one more point, remember, the point to correct to a mistake is never during the mistake. If a person commits a mistake, if you go and just shout at him, it will not solve the problem. You will only get self-justification in return. So education, to me, is best delivered when you are not expecting it. The sculptor never knows after which strike the stone will chip off, but it will eventually. Similarly, which sentence of the mentor transforms, no one knows, but it will. We have to wait at it patiently, and eventually results will come. So as I said in the beginning, punctuality is one of the easiest habits to follow. So how to develop this as a habit? We all know we have to track our morning routine, and you have to find out what is the distance from our residence to place commutation, and you add some time to 1 and 2 buffer time, so that in the worst case scenario also you are always on time. And you all have to pack things whatever the previous day, and don't look for nowadays this mobile phones, mails, etc. before going. And you also enjoy the commute time, so that you can greet your workers pleasantly without and smilingly. And finally, wishing you that you need not apologize for being late. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Madhusudhan. You are already a very good speaker. We have seen multiple times on stage taking various roles and as a speaker on table tapping. But due to some reason, you are not able to deliver icebreaker. And I am really amazed. If this is an icebreaker speech, what else are waiting for us? Thank you for letting us know the importance of punctuality and mistakes in our life on a beautiful Sunday morning. Thank you so much. Now, as we move on, I can see there is one DTM in our meeting. Do you know what DTM is? This is again for the new Toastmaster and guests. Anybody? Or if you don't know also what DTM is, you can raise your hand. We all are our Toastmaster and we always write TM and our name. But what DTM? It is the highest educational award in Toastmaster a person can achieve. Distinguished Toastmasters. And any new Toastmaster, we always have a dream to become a DTM, right? We all want, but for that, you need to serve many leadership roles. DTM Shaurya, do you hear me? I guess he was left from the meeting for some reason. DTM Shaurya, welcome to GTC. And if I am audible to you, could you please come on stage?
Hello. Actually, there are some
Yeah.
meetings, which is why I can't switch on my video right now. But
No, not required at all. I know there are many responsibilities are also there. Okay, we all will love to hear your leadership journey in short, as today we are discussing about leadership in Toastmaster.
the thing is, I believe that as far as Toastmasters is concerned, every leadership journey is special, and it's not just about the awards. Because if we look in a plain manner, we will see that DTM or any other milestone is just a milestone, and at the end of the day, what matters is whether we are able to fulfill our responsibilities or not. And if we can pursue excellence, then we will realize that even after achieving the highest milestone like DTMs and all, we can still improve. Because at the end of the day, the biggest room is the room for improvement. And I feel that the people who have been able to pursue that to the highest degree are the people who enjoy their leadership journeys to the fullest. That's it. And I hope that in due time, my leadership journey will resemble the same.
Thank you so much, DTM Shaurya, for reminding us that it always not only about award. We need to reach that excellence. We have to be an excellent speaker and excellent leader. Okay, I have spoke about SA and treasurer. 2. We have 7 in hand. So now next is person who tell us about what's happening in each and every meeting. You may have joined the meeting, might not, but you will get a notification what all happened in our last meeting. And that comes from our secretary. And really, it's really, again, a difficult role. You need to attend all the meeting. Even you are not attending, you need to know about what all have happened in that meeting and tell all the members about that. So that's about secretary. Now it's time to call our second speaker. Before calling him on stage, I will like to introduce the person who wants to be an effective leader by developing organizational and management skills, teamwork, and decision making, who has joined recently in GTC, but already an Toastmaster. Let's welcome Toastmaster Debanjana Ghosh on stage to read out the objective of our speaker 2.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster of the Day, for such a warm welcome. Good morning, fellow Toastmaster. As a speech evaluator, I'm going to evaluate today's speaker, Team Ruby Sinha, who is going to deliver her icebreaker speech from Presentation Mastery. The purpose of the speech is for the member to introduce herself to the club and learn basic structure of the public speech. Timer, please note the time limit for this speech is about 4 to 6 minutes. I will, at the end of the day, when I will be called upon by the general evaluator, I will provide my evaluation report. Over to you, Madam Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Debanjana. Now let's welcome our speaker 2 on stage. She is currently in Bangalore and joined us from Bangalore. She is a teacher by profession, and by passion, she loves to read books, articles, and obviously, by passion, she is a Toastmaster. The newbie, let's welcome Toastmaster Ruby on ePodium. Toastmaster Ruby, life surprises. Life surprises Toastmaster Ruby.
Hello, everybody. Do you like surprises? Yes, we all love surprises, especially when it comes from our loved ones, right? But I think life is the best who gives us surprises. There's a famous dialogue by brilliant Hollywood actor Tom Hanks in the movie Forrest Gump, life is a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. And I can relate to it totally. Good morning, my fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. From my childhood, I have been a very simple and quiet girl. I never used to talk much in front of people, especially the new people. I used to be very busy in my own world with the things that interested me. And just because I'm an introvert, people, including some of my family members, used to tell me that I will never achieve anything in my life. They used to criticize me all the time. And the more they used to criticize me, the more I become shy. But there's one person who always supported me to cope up with all these things. And she was my mother. My world kind of revolves around her. She occupied the most important place in my world. Her smile, her smell, her food, everything just kind of surrounds me. I never imagined my world without my mother. Until suddenly, she left us forever. And I think that is the hardest surprise life has given to me so far. After that, I worked hard and I work hard for achieve something, my goal in my life. And I surprised those people who used to criticize me by becoming a teacher in a reputed school. Well, there's another person who used to be with me from my childhood. We were very good friends. We were best friends brothers. We used to hang out together. We used to talk about our career planning. We used to do chuglis about our boyfriend and girlfriend. We were very good friends. But suddenly, for some reason, we had a terrible fight. And I swear to myself that I would rather die, but I will never see his face again. Then we stopped talking, we stopped seeing each other, we became very busy in our lives. But what happened next? Can you guess? Well, that person and me eventually fell for each other and we got married. And the person whom I swear that I would never see his face has become my husband now. And then I realized that life can give us surprises in a various way, whether it is sweet or sour. Honestly speaking, I, being a true introvert, never imagined that I would join this club, this Toastmaster club, and would try to speak in front of many people, new people especially. But again, life has given me this surprise. And I joined this club with the hope that this is going to be very nice and very sweet one, very sweet chocolate. What do you think, Madam Toastmaster of the Day? Thank you.
Wow, wow. What a wonderful speech, Toastmaster Ruby. We all can relate. We all can relate how we are around our mother, how we can get their smells, and how we fought with our boyfriends in past. Yeah, if this can be an icebreaker, yeah, welcome to the community, and we are eagerly waiting to hear your next speech. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ruby. The times are going. Yeah, anybody else want to speak?
Very nice speech.
Yeah, wonderful, really. And I am mesmerized, really, I'm mesmerized. And let's move on. Now, before I welcome our speaker 3 on stage, it's time to welcome the person who already has achieved the highest educational award in Toastmaster, who is in very good leadership role in SBI State Bank of India. I welcome DTM Shaurya Roy to read out the objective of the speech of our next speaker, DTM Shaurya Roy.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. I hope I am audible and I am not visible. I hope I am audible to all.
No, you are perfectly audible.
Thank you once again. So my target speaker today is delivering a speech from his pathway. And the purpose of this speech is for the member to practice writing and delivering a speech that inspire others, and for the member to inspire the audience. I would like to intimate the timer that the time limit of the speech is from 5 to 7 minutes, and I would like to wish all the best to the speaker. Thank you, and over to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Yeah, thank you, DTM Shaurya Roy. Now it's time to welcome our next speaker. Before I welcome him on the stage, I want to tell you, like till now, I have spoke about 3 leadership roles in a club, and the person has served all 3. And when I have asked him about his experience, and he told it's been an amazing blend of leadership in GTC, where he felt like rising from one step to another, and he felt like he has put his best foot forward to do justice to his roles. And yes, obviously, he has done complete justice. Let's welcome banker by profession and Toastmaster by passion, avid reader, Toastmaster Arindam on stage. Toastmaster Arindam, wake up, sit. Wake up, sit, Toastmaster Arindam.
Once upon a time, in a distant land, lived a guy named Sid. He was the apple of his parents' eyes. His father loved him so much that he tried to create an utopic world around his son. And the son thought that yes, the world is indeed a very happy place to be at. But it was nothing more than a whim. Do you know whom I am talking about? Who is Sid? Yes, it's Siddharth Gautam. If you were to define Siddharth in one word, what would that be? Anybody?
Buddha.
Wisdom.
Zen.
I would say meditative. One fine day, he decides to go on a stroll on his chariot, and he sights 4 persons, I would say. One was an old man, one was a sick man, one was a dead man, and another was a monk. They say that the life of a person change in a span of a milliseconds. And that was the turning point of his life, when it was enough to shatter his fancies, and he thought that the world isn't that happy as it seems. What does he do next? He decides to renunciate. He becomes disinterested with his life and wanders in search of truth, because he thought his life is filled with lies. In 6 years' time, he searches the truth, and the world come to know him as the Buddha, or the enlightened one. He started to preach, or in other words, as we say, he tried to inspire his audience. But unlike a typical guru, he was very practical. He knew that the world was filled with problems, and he wanted to give very practical solution to it. He wanted to win hatred with love and win bad with good. But do you know what is the true essence of his sermons? Ahimsa, non-violence. He said that with non-violence, you can be at peace with yourself and thus you will be more stable. He always urged everyone to be calm at the most chaotic situation, because if you are calm, you can conquer your own mind and thus you can conquer anything in the world. Now, I am not a disciple, rather a fan of Buddha. Such perfection, such patience, such poise. I started indulging in him during my early phases of civil service examination preparation. His birth, his renunciation, his rise, and finally his sect. His whole life is an inspiration that I believe nobody can stop admiring from. But why am I talking about him? I'm here to inspire my audience. So I am talking about him because I try to emulate him in my preparation, in my profession, in Toastmasters, in my relationships, as well as in my life. I remember a time of my life when I was too derailed to even be confused about how to take my next breath. Yes, believe me, I was in that position. And at that time, I remember a story. Do you want to hear that story? I don't see a nod of hand or raise of hand. Do you really want to hear the story? So the story is like this, that after his salvation, Siddharth wandered around a village preaching about his ideas, and suddenly he stopped at his way by a man. The man is irked, but Siddharth, as calm as he is patient. He just simply smiles at the man and is going to ask something when the man furiously lashes out at him. He abuses him. Still, Siddharth listens to him patiently, without ever losing his nerve or being provoked. And the man gets irritated seeing this peace around Gautam's face. And then Gautam says, "Tell me, young man, what happens when you try to gift something to someone and they reject it?" And the man is confused. He's like, "I don't know. The gift stays with me." And Siddharth grins. He's very witty. He says, "Exactly. You tried to gift me your acidic words. Thank you, but I reject it. I reject your words." And the man really felt insulted, because now deep down he knows that his abuses are being returned back to him. And deep down he also felt relieved, because now he understood the essence of the Buddha. He tried to become the disciple of Gautam, and that is when Gautam says his famous words that my teachings aren't a goal. I will be the raft to carry you to the shore, but my teachings are just the way to help you reach to your own lighting. He never wanted anyone to copy him. He just wanted everyone to imbibe his ideas. Throughout my speech, I just wanted everyone to let know the story of Siddharth, because I emulate him from my core and I want to aspire to inspire others. With that, I would also love to say that I hope that I have made Siddharth a bit more relatable to you. If not, I'd like everyone, I would urge everyone to join their hands and recite in Pali, Buddham Sharanam Gacchami, so as you get your refuge in Buddha. So, Madam Toastmaster of the day, Have you decided to take your refuge on Sid and think like Sid?
I am on a meditative state, Toastmaster Arindam. What a speech of reminding about Sid. When I heard about this topic, I thought you'll be taking somewhere in Mumbai. From Mumbai to Lumbini, it's 1,000 miles. Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Arindam, for this speech. Okay, let's move on to our leadership journey. We have spoke about 3 roles. Now, before I come to next role, I can see our guest, Ankur Gera. Ankur, am I audible and visible to you? Could you please come on stage?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Yeah, you are audible. Ankur, I would like to know a couple of lines about you and what brought you here Sunday morning.
Ma'am, just one of my colleagues, Madam Somita, invited me to have an overview of this Toastmaster. And what inspired me to get there is the thing is about your leadership, the communication, and public speaking. That what brought me to the Toastmaster International here at the platform.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Ankur. You are on the correct platform. Yeah, it's up to us how much we can get from Toastmaster. Toastmaster is like a sea. It's up to you how big is your bucket and how much you can get it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
The next leadership role in a club is VP Public Relation. We keep seeing the flyers and posters. And as Ankur also come to know, like from a poster only, what we'll be talking about, who all will be the speaker. And that's a mammoth task. And our VP peer has a team to complete this task, to prepare the flyers, to get the details from each and everyone and all. And I came to know, like we have, apart from GTC VPPR, we have an ex-VPPR in today's meeting. That is none other than Toastmaster Debanjana. Toastmaster Debanjana, we would like to know about your journey as VPPR.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster of the Day. So I got the opportunity to become the VPPR in Salt Lake Toastmasters back in 2021. So during that tenure, I was having the opportunity to create like social media flyers, then the public, then in the Canva also I have created many posters for the new joiners, then all for the meetings. So the best part about the VPPR is that you will get a team, you will get a dedicated team. I got a dedicated team of 4 to 5 members, and which is important. Otherwise it would be impossible, because VPPR role is a kind of very demanding job and which needs a lot of attention and time. And during that time I got such a great team that who are having different complementary skill sets, and that kind of like helped me in my role to succeed, and also helped my team members as well to grow into their roles as well. So yeah.
Thank you, Toastmaster Debanjana. Yes, from a position you can get most out of it when it's demanding. If life demands, you do it more. And yes, VPPR, you get a team, proper team, and you need to lead it. So I guess people are getting more motivation, more inspiration from these stories. Now it's time to welcome the person who is also in a leadership position. And I personally feel that's the most difficult leadership position in life, because I have to spend couple of years as housewife. She is a housewife. Yeah, she need to manage the home with 100% dedication. You cannot tell, okay, I have office, I have to go. You cannot run away telling, okay, I have a meeting. 100% effort in that. Her hobby is making craft related things, Not only that, she is an entrepreneur also. So many entrepreneurs today. She is doing a small business of soaps, facial balm, and scrubs. Let's welcome Toastmaster Pooja as table topic master of the day. Toastmaster Pooja, the e-podium is all yours.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. Hello, good morning, everyone. Today, my role is to do the table topics. It is a long-lasting Toastmaster tradition intended to help speakers develop the ability to organize their thoughts quickly and respond to an informed questions on topics. It is an interesting session which will give a chance to both Toastmasters and guests to sharpen their critical listening, on the spot thinking, thought organizing, and speech delivering skill. For table topic, the time allotted is 1 to 2 minutes. Green screen is showed at 1 minute. Yellow screen is at 1.5 minutes. Red is at 2 minutes. A grace period is of 30 seconds is given to qualify for the voting. Speakers has to speak for minimum of 1 minute to qualify the voting. All speakers are requested to use the word of the day. The word of the day is given by our grammarian. I encourage members and guests to volunteer the session. For guests, you can have the option to change the first topic that comes on your way, but you will need to speak on the second topics. Prompting from the audience is not allowed without prior permission from the club president. I'll state the topics on the screen. Everyone, I'll tell to a point for the topics. Any would like to volunteer for the topics? I would like to first call if anyone is not holding himself. Ankur.
Toastmaster Arindam.
Okay. Toastmaster Arindam. You can choose from 1 to 7 topics from 1 to 7.
1.
Here's your topic. If flower can touch themselves, how to bloom after winter passes, so can you. If a flower can touch themselves, how to bloom after winter passes, so can you.
Can you repeat the topic again?
Just sharing my screen. Just a minute, I'm sharing my screen. Can you see the topic? Arindam, can you see the topic?
Yes, I can see. Life is filled with phases of good and phases of bad. The point is how you deal with it. If winter comes, why spring be far behind? When a tree shades its leaves, when the flower falls, the tree do not die. The tree waits. Everything has its right time. So the tree waits for its right time, never losing hope, trying to wait for the passage of the winter so that they can bloom again. Same goes with life. I have already mentioned this in my speech earlier that I have felt absolutely derailed at one point of time. And this speech, this topic actually resonates with that idea. Even I felt that I won't ever bloom again. But then, keeping the calmness of the Buddha and the Zen feeling that draws in when you do that, I waited. I never lost my patience. I waited until my turn came, and then I was ready. to conquer and achieve what I really wanted. But cinematic. It can be done by anybody. If a flower can bloom again after winter and alight the heart of everyone, it can be done by every person in their life. All they need to do is to have patience, calmness, so that they have the ability to wait for the right time and proceed forward. Because when the time is with you and you're calm, nobody can stop you. You can win any battle in life. What do you think, table topic master?
Well said, well attempted, Brenda. Thank you. Can anyone tell who there is the second and Mrinal or Kanka? Please. Mrinal, you can choose from 2 to 7.
7.
Okay. Just a minute. Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Try until you succeed. Try until you succeed. Over to you.
Oh my goodness. I am preparing for MBA. Throughout my career, I just focus on Bengali language, and now it's time to convert into all the subject in English. Is it possible? How can I try? How can I be succeed? How can I challenge to the entire world? Because right now I admit to the college where across the country all of the students are present there. Mrinal, stay calm, stay focused. Thousands, we all know, thousands of smiles start from just a single step only. But how can you do that? Be focused. So what I did, I just tried to, towards a small step of my journey. I did start reading and reading each and every day. Try to follow my voice modulation, proper pronunciation in English, and also all the parts which are the right way should I go ahead. Initially, it was very challenging because you are challenging to the rest of those who already started their communication English as a first language. But I believe in one thing: if you try, nobody can stop you. After spending almost 15 years of my career, now what I'm doing, I'm already reached the certain level in the corporate world where I feel proud that nowadays I can train under my mentee are from the top management college like IIM, Ahmedabad, different kind of management college, top school. I believe in one thing: if you try hard, you can achieve anything you want in life. One thing I just try to communicate to each and every one of you: stay foolish, stay hungry throughout your lifestyle. Be a child. Your childish behavior should be there your lifelong. Nobody can stop you. What do you think, table topping master?
Well said, Mirindam. Sorry, Mrinal. Well said. We try. We should not leave our efforts. We should try. Until we try, we cannot keep get our goals. Next, Ankur.
Yes, ma'am.
Please choose from 2 to 6.
Your screen is not visible, ma'am.
Just a minute. Give me 1 minute, please. Just a minute.
Ankur, I guess you have to choose the number first, then she will show the content.
Okay, okay. So you told me 2 to hello
2 to 6.
2 to 6. I choose 4.
Okay, just a minute. I'm sharing my screen. Can you see, Ankur?
Yeah, trust the direction that God
Yes.
leads.
Trust the direction that God leads you. Trust the direction that God leads you. Over to you.
Trust the direction that God leads you. I want to tell about this that whatever the work and whatever the life we are living, whatever the obstacle we are facing in the life, we have to trust the God and move on. And just I want to add that after having a firm faith and having a belief on the system that some power is there, we should move on and pass on every obstacles in our life. And some spiritual force, you can say God, be it life guiding force, we should be thankful to them, and we should be always in the state of gratitude that whatever the God has life given to us, and we should move on with this the feeling of gratitude, whatever task we do and perform in each day of our life. That's I want to say. Yeah, that's what from my answer.
Well tried, Ankur. Next, Kanka, please choose from, except from 1, 7, and 4, please choose the number.
2. Table topic second.
Sorry?
Table topic 2.
Okay. You have to dream before your dream can come true. You have to dream before your dream can come true. Can you see, Kanka?
Yes, I can.
Yeah.
I urge you everyone, if possible, try to switch on the video for the better interaction.
I'm sorry, I was not aware. You have to dream. Definitely, you have to dream. It is very natural to dream. But as APJ Abdul Kalam says, that dream is not that you see during the night. It is the dream that keeps you awake. So you have to dream, and then you have to take actions against the dream. For example, as Mrinal sir said, he had a dream to work towards MBA. Arindam sir said he has a dream to work towards civil services exam. So that is the dream, when you have to spend your time working towards your goal and utilize every moment such that to keep alive that dream, you have to expend your time, invest your efforts, and wait for the results, take tests and wait for the results, and hope that your dream will achieve. And if you try and try again, and if you develop a knack against this habit, then I think definitely you will achieve your dream. So your dream will come alive. So you will live your dream one day. What do you think about this, Toastmaster, table topic Toastmaster?
Well said. We have to dream first. Then we can go achieve our goals. Until we dream, anything what we want in our life cannot achieve our goals. Well attempted, Kanka. Sir, please choose. Please, sir, choose from the number accepting from 1, 2, 4, and 7.
Hello, Madam Table Topic Master. So
Yeah.
please take Toastmaster C.S. Madhusudhan as the last table topic speaker.
Sorry?
I guess C.S. Madhusudhan will take the next table topic, right?
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah, please
okay.
take him as the last person.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. Sir, please use the number. Accepting 1, 4, 7, and 2. Can you hear, sir?
Hello.
Hello, can you hear? Listen to me, sir.
Yes. Tell me, madam.
Sir, please choose accepting from 1, 2, 4, and 7.
1, 2, 4, and 7. I have to, sir.
Yeah, you accepting that you have to choose a number.
I will go by 2.
Sorry, except 2, 4, and 7. You have to choose.
6.
Okay. Can you see it, sir?
Oh, yes, madam.
Yeah. Where there is will, there is way. Where there is will, there is way.
This is a proverb we have been hearing every now and then. Where there is a will, there is a way. If you have strong mind and you are working towards goals, nature will always conspire with you to achieve your goals. If you follow very strictly and you are dedicated, devoted, and committed, and fully focused towards the goals, there is a will. I want to become best table topic speaker or Toastmaster. So my dream is to become Toastmaster. I have to work towards that. I am having a strong will and I believe in my dreams of achieving my dreams and inspiring others. I have also said this in my icebreaker speech. Where there is a will, there is a way. Where there is a will, there is not a way. You cannot combine those two words. Where there is a will, there is a way, not a way. So always believe in yourself, and how far unpleasant or pleasant situations, stand by your words. Others' opinion, only opinion. Facts will be facts. It will be opinion. You have to be headstrong in believing yourself. Over to you, table topic master.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for attempting this very nicely. It was nice attempted. Thank you, sir. Over to you, Madam Toastmaster of the day.
Our sir has raised the poll. I request everyone to vote. Yeah, Toastmaster Momoni, please update me once the poll results are out.
Definitely.
Yeah, people, you
Can you do one
keep
thing?
voting.
Because right now those who are co-hosts cannot be participated in the voting link. So right now there are 16 members there. Only 7 members are participate in the vote. So just, I think co-host right is not required right now. So try to avoid co-host so that everyone can participate in the vote.
I can't able to vote.
Yes, because you are
Okay,
co-host.
okay.
So,
Okay.
so just you have only host right, and rest I think is not required right now. Only then after that you can co-host timer.
Yeah, Moboni can revoke the co-host access as of now. Okay, we are facing some technical difficulties. We all are learning
So
here.
better, I think you can stop and once again you share the voting link. So that will be better because right now only
Okay.
7 can participate in the vote.
Okay, okay.
Hai na? So only you have the host right, and rest you not to record any co-host. You can co-host later. So then everybody can participate in the vote. That will be better. And with that, I think we can move to the next session as well.
Yes. By the time Moboni is figuring out the technical difficulties, let's move on. As we are discussing about VP peer, I felt if you have knack of blogging or you want to become social media influencer, please join Toastmaster VP peer team. Then next comes to, we can see there are so many members. Even we have achieved the membership of 20 members that brought us the President Distinguished Award. Now, how did we get so many members from different states, different backgrounds? That's all because of our VP membership hard works. VP membership gets in touch with non-Toastmaster members as well as Toastmasters who might have taken a break from Toastmasters. And then they talks and he convinces the people to join as member of our club. I guess I have done most of the leadership role in a club. Anything left? Can anyone tell what is left? New members.
VP education.
Yes. Now that's what I'm doing currently. And I am learning a lot. Yeah, I am really learning. I struggle. Frankly speaking, I struggle. But you cannot learn if you don't struggle. Nothing can be so smooth in your life. Do you feel every meeting, organizing this meeting are a joke? No, not at all. You need to get in touch with people to take roles. You need to bring people from other clubs so that we can learn. We cannot learn only from us. We need people from other clubs like DTM Shaurya has joined from KTM. Toastmaster Shomita has joined from District 3. So we can learn. That's what VP education work is, to be in touch with. Now let's move on to your next section to evaluate ourselves. So now I once again welcome Toastmaster Shomita on stage to evaluate the whole meeting. Thank you, Toastmaster Shomita. The e-podium is all yours.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster of the day. And once again, a very good morning to all of you. And now we are on the evaluation section of the meeting. So what I will start now is I will start calling the evaluators to evaluate their target speakers. This is how the meeting will flow. So for doing the same, may I request the evaluator of speaker 1, Toastmaster Madhusudhan, who was evaluated by Toastmaster Mrinal, to come on the e-podium and deliver his evaluation. Toastmaster Mrinal, please come on the e-podium. The podium is all yours.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. At the end of the day, we all are stories. Onus on us how we make it. General Toastmaster, fellow Toastmaster, and especially to our target speaker, Toastmaster CS Madhusudhan. Thank you for your transformation journey sharing with us. Let me first few things that you really doing well. One thing, you are an amazing storyteller, I must say. Your transformation journey from your student days to punctuality, to becoming a bank manager, and your retirement, your transformation journey of your career, 40 years. You share with 2 to 3 things you practice on your day-to-day basis, and how becoming rich in a success in your corporate ladder. Second thing, I love your topic about the message you want to give to all the audience. That's inspired many Toastmasters, I must say. You're talking about the transformation of your characters. It takes time, but it can be changed. Try to be the better version of yourselves. These are the motivational message. How you can do that? You sharing throughout your message, throughout your speech. Let me share you a few things that you can work on that to becoming a better version of yourselves. First thing, I'm talking about your Zoom presence. So I'll just share with you, throughout your speech, your standing position was that you are not move one place to another place. Each took to this place throughout your journey. Next, I just want to share with you another things you may could work on that. I hope that you can see that. You want to share your hand movement throughout your speech, but because of your standing in only one position, we can't see that. And in body language, plays a very important role, gesture and posture during your speech. This is from all part, and apart from that, you may be working on the some of the most important. I'm talking about voice modulations. Throughout your speech, it's just flat in your speech, although you say a lot of motivation talk. Like you can say, best versions of yourself. Maybe transformation of character takes time. Just try to practice the breathing pattern during your voice modulations, becoming a more effective speaker. So as a whole, I must say you are an amazing storyteller, great message on your speech. But if you can practice Zoom presence, improve your body language, gesture, posture, and last, not the least, your vocal variety, then I'm sure your story inspired generation of Toastmaster. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mrinal, for your speech evaluation. A big round of applause for Toastmaster Mrinal. I completely agree to the statements, commendation, and recommendation what Toastmaster Mrinal has given to our target speaker, Toastmaster Madhusudan. Nothing much to add on that. First, I would like to congratulate Toastmaster Madhusudan for delivering his long-awaited icebreaker speech, and I'm lucky to witness your icebreaker, Toastmaster Madhusudan, because last week we were discussing and you told me you want to deliver your icebreaker. Until then, I was unsure whether I will be able to make it to this meeting this week or not. So as luck has me to witness you today, so it was an incredible speech to listen. And your knack on the punctuality from your team was well displayed in your speech, throughout your speech. What I loved about your speech, you have incorporated your life journey to your present journey to your thought process. So you have actually not given an icebreaker to me, but you have given a much more advanced speech than icebreaker today. That's how I perceive your speech. And what I liked about your speech is that you are a very confident speaker. You have a good voice, you have a good writing skills, your content was very good. Just a piece of recommendation for you, since it's an icebreaker, and I wish that person to come and start delivering the speeches further. So just one point of recommendation, that your speech had a lot of things. Your part of life, which is very essence of icebreaker, was quite a miss to me. When you told that you are from this city and you are a banker, directly came to your present situation. So if the audience get a little bit about your childhood days and why Toastmasters, since it's a long journey you have been as a banker and you retired last 2 years. So if you can connect those dots, that will really help the audience to understand your icebreaker journey, why you have broken that ice as a Toastmaster, and what you expect from the Toastmasters. And since you have given most part of your speech about your current life and about your punctuality, so what are the key takeaways? We can hold on our anger for a quite long time, but any one tactics or strategy which you have used and you have succeeded to the point would give audience an edge to understand your speech better. Overall, you gave a very good speech and a win-win speech, I must say, an advanced level speech. A big round of applause to Toastmaster Madhusudan. I want all of you to applaud because it was his icebreaker speech. Let us motivate. Now moving forward to our second speaker, who was Toastmaster Ruby, and our speaker will be evaluated by our second evaluator, Toastmaster Debanjana Ghosh. Debanjana, the virtual podium is all yours. I request you to come and deliver your evaluation.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. So first of all, congratulations Team Ruby for successfully completing your icebreaker speech. I must admit it was such an emotional and touching story that absorbed all my attention and was compelling to listen more of it. And I felt, oh no, it just got ended. And I was thinking that it would like be extended. So the key pointers, which I really liked a lot, and you kind of excelled in those. First, I felt that the title of the story was in completely in sync with the content. So you really pulled it off. The second pointer that you have really knocked it off is the personal touch to your story, which kind of emotionally binded the audience and wanted to listen more of your story. So great work on that. And third, I felt that there was a structure. You have maintained the structure of the content. There was a good flow of the content. You have started with the griefs about your life. Then at the end, you have told about you have ended with a positive note, with the light of hope. So great work on that as well. And finally, I felt that you were not in a hurry. You were giving pauses that was grabbing the attention and was helping the audience to grasp what you were saying. But there are few recommendations that I would like to highlight that will help you to become a seasoned Toastmaster as you go ahead of your Toastmaster journey. First is that it would have been great if you could stand up and deliver your speech so that we could have seen your expressions. That would have helped us to know more about your emotions. Second is the opening sentence that you have told is that, do you like surprises? It would have been great if you could emphasize it a little more, because this is the first opening sentence which will grab the audience attention. So give a pause, wait for some seconds. If no one is answering, try to reiterate it again, and then you can give your answer. So I felt that you could have given a little pause over there. And the speech transition, I felt that it was really good. Like the structure was really good, but the speech transition, you could have little given more about the positive impact of your life, the positive influence, how you see. So I felt that you have ended very fast the positive. It would be better if you could add some more content when you are transitioning from the grief to your positive light of your life. And finally, I will say that you can work on the vocality, on the voice modulity and the expressions. So other than that, it was such a great speech. So to sum it up, I will say that the title was in completely sync with the content. Great structure and good flow of the content, good personal touch. A few areas of where you can work on is the speech transition, vocality, and expression that will help in your art of storytelling. Emphasize on opening sentence and try to stand up and deliver. That's all. Over to you, Madam General Evaluator.
A big round of applause for our second evaluator, Toastmaster Debanjana. And I must say, you are a seasoned evaluator. And I simply loved your evaluation point, prompt and direct. Thank you for that good evaluation, and I congratulate Toastmaster Ruby for delivering her icebreaker speech. And it was very good to hear life surprises. Initially, I was thinking I will be bombarded with my life surprises, but when I saw her starting directly about her, that gave me um, an a knack to hear more about, because we love hearing stories, and that itself showed me what a good storyteller Toastmaster Ruby you are. I completely agree to the commendations and recommendations which Toastmaster Debanjana has showered upon you. And just few of the things which I would like to mention. At one point of time, you have used this Hindi vocabulary. So if you use any word in Hindi, just translate that into English so that the global audience or people who don't understand Hindi can utilize it, because in Toastmasters, we focus more on English vocabulary. And the second thing is what I felt, since it is your icebreaker, your nerves must be high on. So the energy level was something amiss. I found that you were juggling to speak high, but you cannot speak. You are juggling to look at the camera, make an eye contact, but you cannot do that. So, my dear friend, that's not an issue because it is your icebreaker. Try, I would rather say you try to deliver this speech standing in front of the mirror. And if you want to improvise, it's not a necessity. You can again deliver this icebreaker because your content is good and you have related your life surprises to your life surprises, and that gave a good 360-degree view of your speech title. So try to stand and deliver with a little bit of high energy level. That itself will make you a confident speaker. And I believe that introverts are the person who win more than extrovert, because 90% people are introvert. So no worries. Trust your instinct and move ahead. A big round of applause for both of our speaker and the evaluator. Now moving to our last speaker for today, who was Toastmaster Arindam, and he will be evaluated by Distinguished Toastmaster Shaurya Roy. May I request Distinguished Toastmaster Shaurya Roy to come on the e-podium and deliver the speech evaluation. A big round of applause for Distinguished Toastmaster Shaurya.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator, and a very good afternoon to everyone present here, especially to my target speaker, Toastmaster Arindam. First off, congratulations on delivering yet another project towards the completion of your pathway. Today, the first thing which I felt amazing in your speech was your attire. Most of us, while we speak in the virtual podium, tend to be a little casual regarding that aspect. But today, the way you were dressed while you spoke, it showcased your passion towards Toastmasters. It showcased the level of preparation which you were ready to take. Kudos for that. And the second thing which I felt was remarkable in your speech was the speech title, Wake Up Sid, which, as we all know, is the name of a famous movie. But then the way you twisted that to suit your speech content, the way you made that twist, the way you took a swerve, I felt that it was very remarkable. And the Sid about whom you spoke was not the character which Ranveer Kapoor played in that movie, but a separate person altogether. And therein you laid us to a mythical story about Gautam Buddha and about how he transformed his life and about how that story transformed your life as well. And I must say that the topic which you chose was very relatable to all of us, because all of us in our daily life somewhere feel the need to let go of anger, to let go of violence, to let go of violent tendencies. And I feel that this topic which you chose was very relatable to us all. So kudos for that as well. But having said that, I feel that there were a few areas where we could have done a better job. For example, today's speech purpose was to inspire the audience. And the best way to inspire the audience is always to use personal stories. And I feel that today, in your speech, you could have used a bit more of your personal stories. For example, I would have loved to know more about the time when you first came to know about Gautam Buddha, when you first came to know about his ideologies. And I would have loved to know about the difficulties which you faced as you adopted his principles, the constraints which you faced by your peers as you decided to adopt his ideologies. I would have loved to know more about those things, and that in turn would have inspired me more instead of knowing only the story of Gautam Buddha as a whole. I felt that it could have expanded a bit more on that aspect. But otherwise, if I was to summarize, I would say that it was a speech which had a story, if not a personal story, but a story. It was a speech which was able to grasp all our attention because this speech topic was relatable to us all. If you can just try and incorporate a few more personal stories into future speeches, I feel that you can be a better internal speaker in 10 times to come. Thank you, and over to you, Madam General Evaluator.
A big round of applause for distinguished Toastmaster Shaurya for his evaluation. And thank you for all the points which you have given for the speech to Toastmaster Arindam. All of them are valid, and yes, you snatched few of my pointers as well. And Toastmaster Arindam, first of all, I would like to thank you for always delivering such wonderful speeches, well written. The contents are so rich, and you always use amazing phrases, and your content is always so good to hear. At times, I feel you can write stories out of your speeches and make a storybook. So that's the quality of your content. Please keep up to that. And what I loved about is your very easygoing title. When you told us wake up Sid, and when you asked the audience whom you are talking about, initially I thought you were talking about yourself. Then you connected Sid to Siddharth, Gautam, and then to Buddha, and how you took us to the content which you wanted to deliver to the audience. Since in Toastmasters, it's something which we always insist people to have their personal story. So if you can at least divide this speech into 50% of your life story and how you connect that to Buddha, maybe 50% of your personal story, that will make this speech much more credible. Credible as in it will be your story, which we are listening. And I love these phrases which you have used, like emulate him in my preparation, in my preparation, in my profession. And there were some other things as well. Just like at the end paragraph, you have used phrases like, I emulate him from my core and I aspire to inspire. So I felt that it gave a very rounded approach to your speech, and the ending was really good. A piece of recommendation for you is, if you start working on your body language. When we say body language, that means you were standing and delivering. If you have been seated and delivered the speech, that wouldn't have made much difference. But since everything is visible, so the audience expects that the speech has certain phases. So at least a generic you can start on by standing in the center of your stage, and then you can use certain movement, but don't do indeliberate movement, do deliberate movement, which makes sense. And since your hands were visible, if you can use your hands, okay. At last you have used, when you have asked the audience to do Buddham Saranam Gacchami. So that really gave a very good visual, the visual appeal, the aesthetic appeal of your speech went higher. So try and think of the areas where you can incorporate body language. From the next speech, you can try using that, because you always stand and deliver speech. That's a very good quality. Start using body language. That's one piece of advice from me. Rest, keep your content level high. It's really nice to hear your speeches, your rich speeches rather. Thank you. And now we are done with our, just give me one moment, please. So now we are done with our evaluation. Before moving to table topic, I would request our timer to roll out the timer's report, because let us see how we did on our timings, because timing is very important in Toastmasters. Dear timer, can you please roll out the timing and let us know where we were on time or not? Toastmaster Shit. I think Toastmaster Shit is not available due to.
He is not available. He has mentioned that his network is not working properly.
Okay, no problem. We will move ahead with the next segment because time is precious. So we will go to our table topic section. So before going to table topic section, I would love to evaluate our table topic speaker who was Toastmaster Pooja Mohata. Toastmaster Pooja, you did incredible job today. What a good selection of the table topics you had. It becomes very easy for all of us to grab hold of such easy topics because everybody can speak about such topics. That was very easy, and the visual representation was also good because once we get to see the topic, we tend to remember it more, right? So that becomes much more interesting. So kudos to you for doing that. And then I will start with our table topic speakers. So our first table topic speaker for today was Toastmaster Arindam, and his speech title was, "If the flower can teach itself to bloom after winter, so can you." Such a wonderful topic, and Toastmaster Arindam rightly picked up this topic and elaborated on this topic, and then he took us to his life statements, and he very smartly connected this to his speech, to the current speech which he delivered today, and he gave the end note as rather he connected it to his life, patience, time, and calm. This are the 4 pointers which I found very useful from this topic. So wonderful job done, Toastmaster Arindam. No recommendation for you on top table topic. You are doing fabulous. A big round of applause for Toastmaster Arindam. Now moving to our second table topic speaker, Toastmaster Mrinal. Try until you succeed. So this topic, Mrinal got very happy because a big smile bloomed on his face because he knew he had a lot of things to talk about this topic. And that's why I say, give easy topic, because at the end of the day, we want to encourage the Toastmasters and guests to speak on those topics, right? And I love the fact Toastmaster Mrinal directly took us to his own life stories. Because my friends in Toastmasters, we love hearing each other's stories. We share our life stories. And it took us to his MBA days and how he succeeded, and still he tries his level best till he succeeds. He emphasized on that fact, and he also gave certain pointers, which was really good. Like he started reading books to work on his voice modulation. He also started working on proper pronunciation, and he still works on many areas. And that was a key takeaways, because I always feel that whether it's a table topic or whether it's a prepared speech, end of the day, if we can give certain key pointers to the audience, that makes our topic much more worthy. Thank you, Toastmaster Mrinal, for your table topic. A big round of applause for Toastmaster Mrinal. Now moving to our third table topic speaker, guest Ankur. And his speech title was "Trust the Direction That God Leads You." I congratulate Toastmaster Ankur to be such a guest Ankur to be such a sporty person in taking up the topic, because table topics are something which are impromptu. We have to stand on our feet and deliver. And you did a good job, guest Ankur. You spoke on gratitude, life, God, and how you feel about all these things. You shared wonderful insights to the audience, and it made us understood that you have a knack on gratitude. You practice gratitude, and you even have the directions. You even have the trust on the direction that God leads you. So wonderfully done, Toastmaster guest Ankur. Pardon me, I'm really sorry. Toastmasters comes in our flow because always we are telling each other as Toastmaster. Now going to table topic speaker 4, that was Toastmaster Konko. Toastmaster Konko, your table topic title was you have to dream before your dream can come true. And I love the fact, as a seasoned speaker, you took a quote from APJ Kalam, and I think this quote was also, which was showered on you, was from Kalam. This quote was taken from APJ Abdul Kalam, and you started with a quote from APJ Abdul Kalam's, and that itself gave a good start of your speech. And you spoke about how people can dream and make their dream come true, but they have to be very realistic in their dreams. And it was very good to hear. Never felt that you are new to Toastmasters. I think I am right. You are new to Toastmaster Congo. So, job really well done. A big round of applause for Toastmaster Congo. Now, going to our last but not the least speaker, table topic speaker, Toastmaster Madhusudan. Where there is a will, there is a way. And he has broken the ice today by showing him how much he believes in punctuality, and he related that to this topic and how he believes in achieving dreams and inspiring others, being the branch manager, how he inspired his team and how he still does that. And see, like, he has joined Toastmasters. Definitely his knack for Toastmasters is evident from the fact that he is a person who is non-negotiable when it comes to dreaming. He is non-negotiable when it comes to working. He is non-negotiable, and he still strives for perfection. Very well done, Toastmaster Madhusudan. A big round of applause for you. Now moving forward with the role players. So before doing that, I would request, my timer is there? No, not yet. So, okay, I request our role player, auxiliary role player, Madam Madam R Counter. Yes, Toastmaster Madhurima. Toastmaster Madhurima, may I request to present your report? R Counter,
Yes.
Toastmaster Madhurima, the virtual podium is all yours.
Yes. Thank you. All of the speakers are doing their roles are very well. TM Kanka used our words 3 times and so word 1 times. TM Ankur, our words used 4 times. Words used 3 times. Our word used 2 times. TM Shouraroy, so word used 1 times. TM Devanjana used our word 1 times. TM Ruby used our word 2 times, and long pause one times, and but used 1 times. And TM Ninal used only 1 times our words. That's all. Thank you.
For your reports. And now moving forward to our grammarian, Toastmaster Conco. Toastmaster Conco, may I request to have your reports? The virtual podium is all yours.
Thank you, General Evaluator. This meeting was very much active with grammar use. Speaker 1, TM Madhusudan, has used many a few of the good words like take care of others and imbibed. And one mistake he made is like point to confront a mistake, or rather it is commit a mistake. So this was one of the thing that I got up. Toastmaster of the day, TM Sushmita, was very crafty with the words and used mesmerized, best foot forward, and knack, the Toastmaster, the word of the day. And Ruby, Toastmaster Ruby has used especially to throw people. I think this two was missing over there. Then work hard to achieve something. This two was missing. So there was a subtle use of verbs that was missing, and used a very good phrase, sweet or sour, sweet or sour. So, and her evaluator, Miss Devanjana Day, used the phrase knocked it off. And speaker 3, DTM Orindam sir, used a myriad of words like utopic, whims, then shatter the fancy, renunciate, emulate, orth, lash out, imbibe, etc. So rich content, and I think everybody should participate to be a grammarian to get new words from him. And the word of the day, neck, was used by general evaluator herself 3 times, and she used also a phrase to shower upon in her speech. So that is the compiled report from my side. Over to you, general evaluator.
A big round of applause for our grammarian Toastmaster Conco for his report. And just a little bit of suggestion, because I am very sure Conco is playing the role for the first time. And grammarian is a very critical role, to say the least, because we have to be very mindful while observing the session as a whole. So first and foremost is the word of the day. Since we all are meeting in the virtual podium, we are not sitting in offline medium. So what happens if we continually start posting the word of the day? Suppose the grammarian posted the word of the day one time. So people really tend to forget. So every 10-15 minutes, if we reshare that word of the day, it gives all the people who are participating in the session to use the word of the day. It's just kind of reminder. So you can definitely incorporate in your next sessions as a grammarian. And usually in Toastmasters, we say what went good and what was not so good. So we don't use the term mistake or bad. We refrain from using these words. So what was good? What was the good uses for today's session, and what was not so good grammatical uses? So in that way, we can let the audience know in a very polite and way, and we are even highlighting what can be improved and what were really good that was noticed during this session. Overall, a very good attempt, and all the best to you, Toastmaster Congo. Now we are done with our reports from the tag players, and I'm very sorry to say, Toastmaster Mrinal, I didn't got the timer report. So in any way, if the report is available to you, can you give me?
So he will be sharing soon.
Okay, no issues at all. That is not very important, because we are all here to improve on ourselves, improve on our time management skill. So I consider that today we all are on time. So we are done with table topics. We are done with the rest of the evaluation. Now I will evaluate the meeting in general. So I won't take much of your time. It's Sunday, and I will start. The meeting started well on time, and I am very sure Sa did a wonderful role, because I just missed that point of the meeting. So no comments on that. I was struggling to connect to my internet. So when I joined, I saw how the president, Toastmaster Mrinal, was greeting everyone, and he was already initiating conversation with all. And it's very important for the president to initiate conversation, because that gives a very good vibes to the meeting. And that is something where we say we are welcoming guests and other Toastmasters in our family. So Toastmaster Mrinal did a wonderful job. He even asked about the opinions on leadership and suggestions from other Toastmasters. That was very enticing. And thank you so much, Toastmaster Mrinal. You always do that well. This is nothing new which I am saying. Now moving forward to the Toastmaster of the day. So the Toastmaster of the day today was played by Toastmaster Sushmita, our very own Sushmita. And I must say, you have, sorry
to disturb in the middle. I think Siddhis is there on the podium, so we can connect to him. Siddhis is on.
I will on time. I will on time. Thank you. So Toastmaster Sushmita had taken a very good theme today. What was the theme, Toastmaster Sushmita, if you can say one more time?
While leaders are made, the tagline.
Yes. So she played as a brand ambassador of Toastmasters today. And what I loved the fact she played it at the appropriate time. Dear friends, the year of Toastmasters began from July. So July is approaching. Every club will need EC members. And that is the reason Toastmaster Sushmita has handpicked this topic. And she had a great knack for EC because she has herself has served the EC positions. That's why she is here today and she knows in and out, not only about the current thing which is doing that like VP Edu, she has served other roles as VP PR and she was quite new at that point of time. But she has stepped into the shoes, and when you hear such thing from people who have taken those challenges, I must say you should buy their words. It's not they're telling anything just out of their mind. And it was wonderfully done. I saw how she enunciated about every roles of EC, and she even tried to pick certain people who have done those roles previously or currently doing, and she did it quite on the flow of the meeting. It didn't interrupted the meeting flow. So a very good job done, Shushmita. A big round of applause for her. Now moving to our timer, Toastmaster Kshitij. Toastmaster Kshitij, we all were running for your timer report, and I would request, because you are the man of the session now, because we were running after you, and so please shower your timer reports on us. We are eagerly waiting for that.
Yeah, thank you everyone for waiting on me. My internet today has had a knack of failing on me at a very critical moment. So without taking any more time, I would like to, well, almost all of our speakers have been well within time today. So cheers to that. And except the Toastmaster Madhusudan, who ran a bit longer from the stipulated time of 4 to 6 minutes for his icebreaker speech. He had a total time of 7 minutes and 38 seconds. But it was a really good learning experience for all of us to learn from his own experiences and his life. And I truly look forward to hearing more about his experiences and all of the other speakers, and to learn from everyone. So that was about my timer role for today. Over to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kshitij, for your timer reports. And I think we are done with all the role players. So as per today's meeting tagline, where leaders are made. So just a piece of thought to share with you. So we all are working professionals, right? We have joined Toastmasters with something in our mind. So even that happened to me years back. I joined Toastmaster with certain thing on mind. My first priority was to go to the podium and speak without shivering inside. I know I don't shiver outside, but that nervousness should subside. And when I saw Toastmaster Madhusudan delivering confidently on the podium after a long gap, rather a long haul, even I did that. When I started as a speaker, I used to sit on the last bench, participate on table topics, other role plays, but I never delivered speech. I delayed. But when I delivered the speech, it was quite very confident one because that was in my mind. I thought I would never go and stand in the podium and deliver, and I took quite a time. But my dear friends, don't follow the path which I did, because time and tide waits for none, and we can't be in any platform for a long time. So if you are here, utilize this platform, make a leader out of you. First, try to lead yourself in a proper way. As I was telling in the beginning, if I can lead myself, if I can manage myself, I will be able to manage my personal and professional life well. That is how I take it. And now that's all from my side. A wonderful session today. GTC rocks as usual. All the best to all the members, and a special welcome to all the new members, new faces I see today in GTC. GTC has a special place in my heart, and it will always have. And thank you, and back to you, Madam Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shomita. As GTC has special place in your heart, so in my heart, you have a special place, Toastmaster Shomita. She is my mentor. To let you know, we don't get time to connect much in my leadership journey. I want her to be my mentor. Whenever I don't get time, I have another mentor also whom I just corrected my speech with, but I'm still in touch with her. So she is very go-to person. So whomever you need any help, need with your speech, need with your leadership journey, please connect to her. She is always there to help you out. And not but last but least, the last EC roles. None other than the pillar of the EC, who mentors the EC. We see him coming on stage, preside the meeting, but not that only. He has to connect to the district member. He has to do all other works in the back end so that our club stands. He or she is the president of a club. So he or she has to do a lot, but that's most in back. We don't see that in front though. Okay. So my dear friend, today, as per our president Toastmaster Mrinal request, I will be your closing presiding officer. So I am taking this up. I know your delicious lunch is waiting, and I know like you are waiting to know about who all the winners that I will declare soon. Before that, if anybody has, I still can see DTM Shaurya is on the meeting. I'm not sure if I am audible to him. DTM Shaurya, are you there? So I would like to get some feedback from you about the meeting. Else I will move on. Yeah, I will move on. If Toastmaster Mrinal, our president, I can see him. He's still here. So if you can tell a couple of lines about your leadership journey as president.
So just one thing, do your best. Whatever in your hand, try to help others and behave like a servant lady. So that's all my side.
Yeah, I will not take much time from you. Thank you, Toastmaster Mrinal. And like if members, please get in touch with Toastmaster Mrinal and me to know more about the EC roles. That's all about club. Then in the district level, we have area director, district director, like that's the structure. Okay, so please connect with us to know about the roles, and also please understand how the role works. Nominate yourself for the roles. Yeah, voting will come soon. And now it's about the winners of today's meeting. The winners of today's meeting, best role players. I don't think there is any contest or anything. Best role player is none other than our beloved Toastmaster Shomita, General Evaluator Toastmaster, best role player. Please, a big round of applause for her. Let's move on to the best speaker. Yeah, any guesses for best speaker? Please, I want to hear some noise. Yeah, there is nothing, no contest here, you can tell.
Toastmaster Arindam.
Yeah, Toastmaster Arindam. Yeah, Toastmaster Arindam, best speaker, Toastmaster Arindam. You are absolutely right, Mohbani. Yeah, I must say, both of our icebreaker, as Toastmaster Shomita was telling, I am telling you, when I have delivered my icebreaker, I was not even looking at the camera, and I was not only shivering inside, I was shivering outside also. That they have done really great job. Now our best table topic speaker, best table topic speaker, any guess? Quick. Your lunch will be cold. Yeah, best table topic speaker. Yeah, no guesses. Yeah, then I have to tell. Best table topic speaker, Toastmaster Mrinal. Best table topic speaker is Toastmaster Mrinal. Yeah, the way he has came today, I was amazed. You win the hearts that time only. And best individual evaluator. Best individual evaluator. She came for the first time in GTC and she win the heart. Toastmaster, yes, Toastmaster Devanjana, congratulations. And best auxiliary role player. Best auxiliary role player. You might think, oh my God, my internet has gone. What do I do? There might be many technical glitches, but you win our heart. Toastmaster Kshitij as timer. Best auxiliary role player. Thank you. Congratulations to all the winners. Congratulations whoever has not win. Please come on stage. Please speak. Please deliver your speech. And with that, I close the meeting. The floor is open to chit chat if you want still. Thank you, Toastmaster Moboni. You can stop the recording now. Thank you. Anything, Sitij, Konko?